I spoke to Michael about it. I mean, he's excited about it. I think for him, it means he's got to stay current. He watches a lot of basketball, and you know, he knows it's what defines him still. I think fans are going to enjoy hearing his take, you know, on the modern league.
Michael Jordan is stepping back into the NBA spotlight, but not as a player, owner, or documentary subject. This time, the legendary figure is returning in a completely new role. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has officially confirmed that Jordan will begin sharing his own reviews and insights on current NBA games and players. For basketball fans, this is monumental news. Jordan's words have always carried enormous weight, not just because of his unmatched accomplishments on the court, but because of how rarely he comments publicly on the modern game. His silence over the years has only amplified the power of his voice. Now imagine the GOAT himself breaking down the performances of today's biggest stars, from LeBron James and Kevin Durant to Stephen Curry and Giannis Antetokounmpo. The prospect of Jordan analyzing the modern league has fans and players buzzing with anticipation. Before we dive deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into the NBA's biggest stories. And don't forget to like this video, because today we're exploring why Michael Jordan's upcoming reviews could completely reshape how fans and players view the modern NBA. Adam Silver emphasized how difficult it has always been to get Jordan to commit to any public project. Despite living much of his life in the spotlight, Jordan has always been extremely selective about when and how he engages publicly. Unlike many of today's stars, who share their thoughts freely on social media or appear in interviews regularly, Jordan values his privacy and speaks only when he feels there's a genuine purpose behind his words. Silver even admitted that he didn't initially believe Jordan would agree to such an idea, which shows just how rare and significant this moment truly is. Jordan's reputation for being highly selective makes this new commitment even more meaningful. Fans can trust that if Michael is doing this, it's not out of pressure or financial motivation, but out of genuine passion for the game. It reflects both his respect for basketball and his desire to contribute to the sport's ongoing evolution. Culturally, this move signifies that Jordan not only understands his legacy, but also recognizes the importance of connecting with a new generation of fans. For players, knowing that the GOAT will be publicly reviewing their games adds a whole new level of motivation. When Michael Jordan speaks, the basketball world listens, and his rare decision to step back into the conversation could redefine how the modern NBA is viewed and appreciated.
Announcement they're bringing him back. Now, I mean, they told me they were going to try, and I said, good luck. I honestly didn't think he was going to do it.
Michael Jordan is stepping back into the NBA spotlight, not as a player, owner, or documentary subject, but in a surprising new role. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver has confirmed that Jordan will soon share his own reviews and analysis of current NBA games and players. For fans, this is huge. Jordan's voice carries incredible weight, not just because of his legendary achievements, but because he rarely speaks publicly about today's league. His silence has made his opinions even more powerful. Now imagine the GOAT himself breaking down the performances of LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry, and Giannis Antetokounmpo. The idea alone has fans and players buzzing. Silver revealed that convincing Jordan to take part in any public project is never easy. Despite living in the spotlight for decades, Jordan remains extremely private. Unlike many of today's stars who post and speak often, he chooses his words carefully and only steps forward when there's real purpose behind it. Silver admitted he doubted Jordan would agree to this plan, which makes his participation all the more meaningful. Jordan isn't doing this for money or publicity. He's doing it because he genuinely wants to engage with the game he helped define. Culturally, this move shows that Jordan understands both his legacy and the evolving nature of basketball. For players, it means the GOAT himself will be watching closely, and when Michael Jordan speaks, everyone listens. His insight could reshape how fans and athletes view the modern NBA.
It took us, as you know, decades to convince him to do the documentary, The Last Dance.
What makes this development even more fascinating is that Michael Jordan himself appears genuinely excited about the opportunity. According to NBA Commissioner Adam Silver, this isn't a reluctant agreement or a forced role. Jordan truly wants to do it. For someone who has already secured an untouchable legacy, staying current isn't about protecting his reputation. It's about continuing to engage with a game he loves on a deeper level. This move also reveals a lot about Jordan's competitive nature. Even in retirement, he refuses to fade into irrelevance. He still wants his perspective to matter. In an era where fans constantly debate whether LeBron James or Steph Curry has rivaled his legacy, Jordan stepping into the conversation feels intentional. It's his way of reminding the basketball world that the standard he set remains the ultimate benchmark for greatness. On a broader level, his enthusiasm reflects a genuine passion for basketball itself. Jordan has built successful businesses, owned an NBA franchise, and achieved everything imaginable in the sport. Yet, the fact that he still wants to analyze regular NBA games shows true authenticity. Fans will respect that because it proves his connection to basketball goes far beyond fame or fortune. It's rooted in love for the game. By choosing to stay involved, Jordan ensures his influence continues across generations. Young fans who never watched him play will now get to hear his insights firsthand. That connection bridges eras, keeping his voice relevant while deepening the bond between the GOAT and the modern stars shaping today's NBA.
I spoke to Michael about it. I mean, he's excited about it. I think for him, it means he's got to stay current.
Adam Silver emphasized that Michael Jordan is not approaching this new role casually. He remains deeply passionate about basketball being played the right way, a principle that has defined him throughout his entire career. During his playing days, Jordan demanded excellence not only from himself, but from everyone around him, often clashing with teammates to bring out their best. That same mentality will undoubtedly shape his reviews. When Jordan evaluates players, it won't just be about statistics. It will focus on effort, discipline, and competitiveness, the values he believes truly define greatness. Jordan has always despised shortcuts and expects a level of professionalism few can match. So when he praises a player, fans will know that recognition is earned. And when he criticizes, it will carry real weight, coming from someone who lived and defined the highest standard of excellence. Silver also noted that Jordan continues to hold massive influence through the Jordan brand, not just as a financial powerhouse, but as a cultural symbol. The brand thrives because of what Michael represents: authenticity, hard work, and timeless greatness. By sharing his insights on today's NBA, Jordan connects that legacy directly back to the sport that made him who he is. This move shows that he's still deeply invested in basketball, not merely as a global brand owner, but as a purist who cares about how the game evolves. That authenticity makes his involvement credible and powerful. Fans won't just be hearing from the greatest player ever. They'll be hearing from someone determined to protect and preserve the integrity of the game.
He's so passionate about it. I mean, we talk about it all the time. I mean, he wants the game to be played the right way.
When Adam Silver points out that Michael Jordan still watches a lot of basketball and understands exactly what defines him, it's a powerful reminder that Jordan has never drifted from the essence of what made him the greatest. He isn't a legend who walked away from the game and detached himself after retirement. Instead, he has remained deeply connected, constantly observing, studying, and analyzing how the modern NBA continues to evolve. That says everything about his mindset. Jordan has always been a student of the game, but even more importantly, he has always known his identity. His career was defined by relentless hunger, an unbreakable will to dominate, and a complete refusal to accept mediocrity. Those qualities haven't faded with time. Even as an owner, mentor, and global icon, Jordan continues to hold himself to the same standards that once made him the most feared competitor on the court. When Silver says that Jordan knows what defines him, it underscores that his greatness extends far beyond 6 championships or scoring titles. It's rooted in his unwavering sense of self. No matter how much basketball changes, Jordan never loses sight of who he is. And that's why his name still carries unmatched weight across every era of the game.
He watches a lot of basketball, and he knows it's what defines him still.
Adam Silver's comment about social media generating over 1 billion views since the NBA Finals began highlights the league's incredible global reach. But here's the truth. This worldwide explosion of basketball culture didn't begin with social media. It began with Michael Jordan. Long before hashtags, YouTube highlights, or Instagram reels, Jordan was a one-man global phenomenon without ever touching a smartphone. He made basketball universal, turning NBA games into global spectacles. The Air Jordan sneakers, the Be Like Mike commercials, and his dominance with the Olympic Dream Team were the original viral moments, before the internet even existed in today's form. Silver's recognition of the NBA's current digital success is impressive, but the foundation was built decades ago. The billions of views that modern players enjoy are possible because Jordan gave the league its first taste of global domination. Social media may amplify today's stars, but it's amplifying a stage Jordan created. He set the blueprint for how the NBA markets itself, celebrates its superstars, and connects fans across continents. When people click, share, and react to highlights from today's finals, they're engaging in a global culture that Jordan built from scratch. He remains the true architect of the NBA's worldwide fame.
Social media is high on our priority list. I mean, first of all, we've had something like 1 billion views globally on social media since the finals have started, but also to get back to the ratings point.
When Adam Silver says fans will enjoy hearing Michael Jordan's take on today's NBA, he's acknowledging the timeless power of Jordan's voice. Think about it. The greatest player ever doesn't need to speak often, but when he does, the entire basketball world pays attention. That is true influence. Jordan's analysis isn't ordinary commentary. It's something closer to scripture. Fans crave his perspective because it comes from someone who has walked the path of perfection, someone who competed at the highest level and never crumbled under pressure. His opinions carry a weight that no analyst or current player can replicate, because Jordan remains the standard by which all others are measured. When he speaks about today's stars, the evolution of the game, or the league's direction, isn't nostalgia talking. It's experience forged through championships, rivalries, and an unrelenting pursuit of greatness. Fans value his voice because it still defines excellence. His praise validates, his criticism motivates, and his insight teaches. In a world overflowing with social media highlights and constant chatter, Jordan's words still rise above the noise, a reminder that when the true architect of basketball greatness speaks, everyone listens.
I think fans are going to enjoy hearing his take, on the modern league.
Adam Silver's words reinforce what the world already knows. Michael Jordan is not just a legend of the past, but a living force within the game. His relevance hasn't faded with time or retirement. He still studies basketball, understands his own definition of greatness, and remains the voice fans most want to hear. While social media floods our feeds with endless highlights, Jordan's legacy went global long before the internet. Every viral dunk, every debate about greatness still bears his imprint. When he speaks, the basketball world pauses, because his words carry the authority of a king whose throne has never been taken. Michael Jordan isn't simply the greatest player ever. He is the embodiment of basketball itself, the timeless standard that defines the sport.